Hi, I'm Peggy Kelly, and this is our educational update for Santa Paula Unified School District. And our guest today, and I might add, it's Thursday, December 3rd. And today we're with Cynthia Carrillo, who is the Executive Director of Classified Human Resources. And thank you so much, Cynthia, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Peggy. It's great to be here.
Oh, that's wonderful. Listen, tell us about something about yourself.
Oh boy.
And how long you've been with the district?
Well, I have been with the district for almost 4 months, so I am a newbie here. However, I am not new to education, public education. I have 24 years working in public education, all in the area of human resources. I have worked in large school districts, in the Orange Unified School District in Orange County. I worked at county offices of ed. I worked 12 years as a director of human resources with the Lompoc Unified School District in the Santa Barbara County. And now I am happy to be here working with Santa Paula Unified.
Oh, wonderful. Well, good. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Now, you know what? Since you can explain to me as well as everybody else out there that's watching, what is the role of classified HR in a school district?
Well, in a school district, classified HR is really all things classified, all things non-teaching. So any of the positions that support teachers, I kind of like to think of us, Peggy, as a small city, if you will. I've got food service workers, I've got maintenance folks, custodians, I've got electricians, plumbers, I've got an HR department, I've got accounting people, you name it, I've got it. And those are the positions that we recruit for, that we support, that we help to provide training for, and those instructional assistant positions. That's what we do. We support and hire all of those positions.
Now, how many positions are there in classified HR approximately?
We have about 440 classified employees. So it is a good group of employees. Now, most of our employees are less than 8 hours, so they're considered part-time employees, but that still is a good many amount of folks to.
The school district is the largest employer, I believe, in the city. So, you know, and of course, we've got how many campuses in the city? So, I mean, this is all spread out at all these different schools.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, what are the challenges that you run across being in HR classified?
Well, it's funny that you doing this, like I said, for 24 years, and this year has been full of challenges that none of us have ever expected. So aside from hiring the best candidates, to the recruitment and selection, to developing job descriptions, to making certain that we are truly bringing in the best of those that apply for positions, we now have to deal with COVID. That has caused so many different things in the tracking, the workers' comp, the leaves, just getting information out to our employees, ensuring that they feel safe, making certain that we're here to listen to them and support them in any way that we can. So that's been, it's really elevated the work that we do here in Human Resources, because we are truly a department that supports the employees, the community, and the students.
Wow, yes, absolutely. That's very, very wide ranging.
Yes.
Now, and also the school district is a merit district. What does that mean?
Oh, well, that's a great question. Yes, Santa Paula Unified School District is a merit district, and that is a recruitment process, if you will, that relates just to classified employees. There's actually a whole section in our California Education Code that relates to just merit system processes, and that really focuses around the recruitment and selection processes for classified employees. In a non-merit system, if you will, a recruitment will take place and applications will come in, and the management may screen for a position, and make a selection. But here, in order to ensure that we're getting the best possible folks and that we have a fair, consistent process, we go through a testing process for our classified employees. So you might apply for an instructional assistant position, and we may have 20 applications. We're going to go through a written examination, and then those that pass that written examination would go to what we would call an oral appraisal interview. Those that pass both of those portions, we would calculate the score and rank them appropriately. So if I was on the list and I got an 80, and you were on the list and you got a 90, you would be the rank 1, I would be the rank 2. Well, education code says that when you're hiring someone, you get 3 ranks. So we're responsible for ensuring that we have qualified candidates on our eligibility lists, and that we're giving our hiring managers at least 3 qualified ranks. So there's a whole process to this that, again, is defined by Ed Code, and it's designed to be fair, to ensure a competitive process, and also gives a lot of benefit to our promotional candidates. They would be on the upper portion of the list as promotional, and then we would go down to those that are wanting to get into the school district. They're outside candidates. So that's I'm sorry.
People that are already in the system do have those promotional. They can't be passed over unless there's just something really bad happening there. You know what I mean? They get preference, as they should.
Exactly.
Yes,
I agree.
Now, when you say that there's so is it necessarily always going to go to the top person, or does the manager themselves have a choice between the top 3 people?
They actually have a choice between the top 3 ranks. So this is where it gets a little interesting. I can have multiple candidates on one rank. So I could have 3 people that all scored a 90 like you did, and that would be 1 rank. So if I had one rank that had 3 people that scored the same, and then I had 2 more ranks, that hiring manager could get up to, could get 5 in that case, or depending on how many folks are in each of the ranks.
Interesting. And they make the final decision based on just maybe the fact that they seem to communicate better. Or
yes, that's where we start. Are they a good fit? Because at this point, all of these candidates have been deemed qualified and could go into the job and perform the essential functions of that position. So now we're looking, like you said, are they good communicators? Do they have are they able to build a good rapport with the rest of the staff?
Sure.
What does their attendance look like? You know, those are the types of things that come into play as they're looking at those 3 ranks that they're entitled to, and finally making selection.
Yeah, because there are people, and they might be eminently qualified, but they're not people, you know, they're not a people person, I should say. So
that happens.
now explain to me with the recruitment process. I mean, I mean, that covers part of, you know, as far as the selection process itself, but what about the recruitment process? How does that work?
Well, once we recognize or we've developed a new position, we start to do the job description and make sure that it's still relevant. For example, if I'm hiring an administrative assistant for a school site, if I'm not reviewing the job description on a regular basis, I may still have must use a typewriter on there. So that's when I changes to that and updating a job description, because that will be the core of my recruitment foundation. So then I get a good job description, then I post the job. Usually we post open and promotional. What that means is that it is open to outside candidates as well as our promotional candidates. And we post positions for at least 15 days. They are always on our website. If you go to www.santapaulaunified.org, you will, if you look up classified employee classified, you will see all of our vacant positions. We also utilize as much social media and sometimes our local newspapers as well to get the word out that we are recruiting. We do have some hard to fill positions, and we are always looking for candidates, even for substitute positions, to fill in vacancies. It's sometimes a good opportunity for someone to see what it's like to work at a school district. Is it interesting? Is it something I want to do before they get an actual position and they get experience and kind of find out what they like, well, the type of work they like in a school district.
Okay, very interesting. Yeah, because now, do you see more hiring coming up this year? I know with COVID, this is also crazy. I mean, have there been people that really, I mean, everybody's still employed, even though their mode of employment has changed as far as where they are and what, you know, not too much what they're doing, because I know the schools have the food programs, so that's being taken care of by the district staff. They still have to maintain the buildings. There's just all sorts of things. I don't know when we're going to go back into any sort of part-time school or even, you know, whatever they, you know, whatever they're going to be calling it. So
there has been so much recruitment, really. As we have migrated to a remote learning process, we've had to determine how do we support teachers, you know, with our instructional assistants. So we've had to provide training for our instructional assistants to be able to support in a electronic environment, a remote environment for our students. So that's been a challenge. So even though we're not in our physical schools, there's so much going on remotely. And then, as you mentioned, our custodians, we've needed some more custodial coverage to make certain that our schools are as clean as they should be, given this COVID-19 virus.
Absolutely.
Our food service workers, we really assess, we work with our leadership team, our cabinet team, to look at every vacancy and every new position that we are moving forward with. Do we need it? What is the benefit? And then we move forward, you know, or we choose to hold on a little bit. So they're big decisions, but we are doing a lot of hiring right now.
Interesting. Now, how many teachers, do you know offhand how many teachers the district has?
Oh gosh.
Certified employees, I guess I normally.
I would say it's roughly in the 400 plus mark, but I'm not totally sure.
We had Ed Bonds on a few weeks ago, and I think I might have asked him about classified. And, you know, maybe not, but it seems
we stay in our lane.
Well, it's lovely talking to you. Do you have anything you'd like to add, or anything you'd like to tell us about?
You know, I just want to encourage all of those that are watching, if they are interested in a classified position, but they don't know, you know, what the next steps are, please feel free to contact me or anyone in my office. We are excited to talk with folks and let them know what opportunities are coming, and if they need any help or assistance,
great,
that's what we're here for.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you for throwing out that to people, because, you know, there are people that are looking for jobs, and they might not even be thinking of the schools because the campuses themselves are closed. So
absolutely,
I appreciate that. Well, it was really lovely talking to you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. You've been a great guest, and you explained some things I couldn't even imagine before. that it all makes sense somehow now, and I appreciate that. And welcome to Santa Paula.
Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate that.
Were you at Lompoc the last position you had, or?
Yes, I was the director of human resources for 12 years there.
Oh, okay. Well, now you're moving a little more to the south.
Yes, and I'm enjoying it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, welcome to Santa Paula.
Thank you.
And everybody out there, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me.
Yikes.
Ooh, excuse me. Too much newspaper ink in the office today. But anyway, once again, I'm Peggy Kelly, and this is our educational update, excuse me for sneezing, and of the mighty Santa Paula Times. And we've been talking today with Cynthia Carrillo, who's the Executive Director of Classified Human Services for the Santa Paula Unified School District. You'll be able to watch this interview on kadytv.net. On YouTube, be sure to subscribe. It's free and it allows us to continue this broadcasting. And also this will be shown on the city's government website, Spectrum Cable Channel 10. So please, everybody out there, have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear your mask 6 feet apart, and we've got to work on getting rid of COVID. So thank you so much. And thank you once again, Cynthia. You've been a great guest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.